Hey YouTube, it's Lorna and
Joe
from Fun on the Homestead. And I was just watching Mike Pratt's video about his incident last week with his heart. And it got me thinking that what just happened with us. On August 2nd, my husband has been going to physical therapy due to some leg surgeries. And he was at physical therapy and I picked him up. And we came home. We're about 6 or 7 miles from physical therapy, and he had me call 911. And I wrote a blog post about it, about how quick it was. I was signing some paperwork and getting it put in the mail, and he asked me to call 911. And from the time I was on 911, to the time that the ambulance arrived, he's been a paramedic for 25 years. He's been a firefighter for about the same amount of time. He's a full-time fireman downstate. And in that period of time, I watched the color go out of his face, and you could tell that something was seriously wrong. And it was just a matter of minutes. And by the time he arrived down at Mid-Michigan Cath Lab, he had gone into cardiac arrest. Now, I know people hate to call 911 and hate to utilize the services, but seriously, if you ever are in doubt, just use their services. Because if I was so upset at the dispatcher because it didn't seem, I don't know, we were just having, I guess, communication issues. I was concerned about my husband. I was watching him die in front of me, and the dispatcher was concerned about me laughing, and when I get nervous, I have nervous laughter. But aside from all that, I just wanted to share with you how quickly it went. And I'm going to let Joe explain from his side about what had made him call 911.
Now, why I called 911 is I ended up getting severe chest pain. Now, for different people, they're not necessarily going to have like radiating down their arm. In some cases, people don't have any signs other than maybe a little discomfort. In my case, I had severe chest pain, radiated to my back, went up into my jaw, and it felt like somebody was just crushing my heart. I knew, just from experience, I knew that I had to stay calm. And it took probably a good 10-15 minutes before the ambulance got here. Thankfully, there was a really good paramedic on the rig. His name was Zach. And he made an excellent judgment call. Instead of taking me to the local hospital, which is about 7 miles away, he decided to take me down to the cath lab down in Mid-Michigan. And as soon as they rolled me into the cath lab, I ended up going into cardiac arrest. They shot me with 300 joules. Luckily, I came back. And they did put a heart stent in through my arm, and then I spent the next several days in the hospital recouping from the heart attack. And all I can say is that if you have any doubts, if it's something different that you're not used to, it's severe. Worst thing that'll happen is they'll tell you you're okay, but if in my case, if I didn't do what I did, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. We're very fortunate for me to be here. I didn't think at 53 years old I would even have a chance of dying. Just from, basically, it's just a small little blockage in my heart. I've been into many different fires, different scenarios which were life-threatening, and I've never had an issue. And it was just a small blockage in my heart that almost took me out. So if anybody hears this and they have any question with chest pain especially, or maybe a stroke, you definitely need to go in and get checked out. And don't worry about calling 911. That's what they're there for. Hope this helps.
Alright guys, so sorry you had to look at our pig's rear, but I was just showing off his nice hams. I don't know if I'll ever become hams. They've become quite my little buddies since all this is going on. They are definite great stress relievers. So I hope everybody has a great day, and it's a beautiful day in northern Michigan. Like and subscribe and follow us on Facebook, and go to our website, which is www.funonthehomestead.com. We're adding a lot more stuff every day, and we're now shifting gears and trying to figure out what's next. Like I said, Joe's a full-time fireman downstate. We're not sure what's going to go on with that, between his leg, which he's had several surgeries on now from a broken leg, and now the heart attack. So we're trying to gear up for what's next. Hope this helps, and you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.